Before wasting your time, we are going to share top 5 best gaming laptops. Number 5 on the list is Asus ROG Strix G14. There's absolutely no question you can buy a much more sensible gaming laptop than this, but there is something about the excesses of the ROG Strix G14 that make it incredibly appealing. It feels like everything about it has been turned up to 11, from the overclocked CPU, which is as beastly as it gets, to the gorgeously speedy 360Hz screen on the top model. Asus has pushed that little bit harder than most to top our gaming laptop benchmarks. And top the benchmarks of the best gaming laptops it does, thanks in the main to the GeForce RTX 3070 Ti that can be found beating away at its heart. This is the 150W version of NVIDIA's new Ampere GPU, which means it's capable of hitting the kind of figures thinner machines can only dream of. You can draw on NVIDIA's excellent DLSS, where implemented, to help hit ridiculous frame rates, too. And if that's not enough, you can also grab this machine kitted out with an RTX 3080 Ti too. Number 4 on the list is Acer Predator Helios 300. We loved Acer's Predator Helios 300 during the GTX 10 series era, and the current generation Helios still manages to punch above its weight class compared to other $1,500 laptops. It may not be the best gaming laptop, but it's one of the best value machines around. The newest version of the Helios packs an RTX 3060 GPU and a sleeker form factor without raising the price significantly. It also has a 144Hz screen and smaller bezels, putting it more in line with sleek thin and lights than its more bulky brethren of the previous generation. The only real drawback is the diminutive SSD, although the laptop has slots for 2 SSDs and an HDD, which makes upgrading your storage as easy as getting a screwdriver. You often need to get handy with the upgrades at this end of the price spectrum, and the Helios 300 is no different in that respect. If you're desperate for just that little bit of extra gaming performance, and hang the sense of it or the sound and fury of it, the turbo button is Acer's one-touch GPU overclocking feature. The Predator laptops have this simple feature designed to eke out as much extra gaming performance as possible. In theory, it's a neat feature, but much as we saw with the Predator Triton earlier this year, you really only get about a 1 to 3% increase in performance. It also makes your system run very hot and distractingly loud. Honestly, I really don't think it's worth it unless you're truly militant about maximizing your frames per second. Or have a really good noise-canceling gaming headset. Number 3 on the list is Lenovo Legion 5 Pro.
The Lenovo Legion 5 with AMD
The Legion Pro 5 proves that AMD is absolutely a serious competitor in the gaming laptop space. Pairing the mobile Ryzen 7 5800H with the RTX 3070 results in a laptop that not only handles modern games with ease, but that can turn its hand at more serious escapades too. The QHD 1610 165Hz screen is a genuine highlight here, and one that makes gaming and just using Windows a joy. It's an IPS panel with a peak brightness of 500 nits too, so you're not going to be left wanting whether you're gaming or watching movies. The Legion Pro 5 really is a beast when it comes to gaming too, with that high-powered RTX 3070, with a peak delivery of 140W. It's faster than some 3080s, being a great match for that vibrant screen. You're going to be able to run the vast majority of games at the native 2560x1600 resolution at the max settings, and not miss a beat. The fact that you can draw on DLSS and enjoy some ray tracing extras for the money all helps to make this an incredibly attractive package. This is a lovely laptop to actually type on too. Folks have always gushed about how good Lenovo keyboards are. I always ignored them because I don't trust people that are too into keyboards. But I will admit, I think I get it. The rounded bottom keycaps have a nice feel to them. Add that with the large 4.7x 3-inch touchpad, and you've got yourself a lovely work laptop that plays games well. I wish other laptop makers would take advantage of the added space of 17-inch gaming laptops and use it to make our lives easier. Number 2 on the list is Asus ROG Zephyrus G14. This is the less powerful version of the G14 than the one we reviewed, but all the better off for it. The CPU remains the same powerful octa-core AMD number, but the GPU and RAM have come down to a more modest spec, which makes the impressive G14 an affordable yet still powerful gaming Machine.the new version of the Zephyrus G14 for 2022 impresses us once again with its well-balanced spec and excellent gaming performance. Seriously, this thing shreds through frames up to its 120Hz refresh rate, and it's great for much more than gaming. 2.we checked out the version with AMD's RX 6800s under the hood, though there is an option for an RX 6700s for a chunk less cash. Arguably, that cheaper option sounds a bit better to us, as the high-end one can get a little pricey and close in on the expensive but excellent Razer Blade 14. It's not helped much by its 32GB of DDR5 to 4800 RAM in that regard, though we do love having all that speedy memory or raring to go for whatever you can throw at it. At its heart is the AMD Ryzen 6900HS. That's one of the top chips from AMD's Ryzen 6000 series, but not its best and brightest, though you're really fighting over boost clocks and not much else when it comes to the tippy top of the Red Team's mobile processors anyways. It delivers 8 cores and 16 threads of the Zen 3 Plus architecture, capable of boosting to 4.9 GHz, which it actually does on occasion, so that's more than acceptable by me. Number 1 on the list is Razer Blade 15. The latest spin of the Razer Blade 15 once again improves on one of the best gaming laptops ever made. It has the same gorgeous CNC milled aluminum chassis as its predecessor, only this time it can house one of NVIDIA's latest RTX 30 series GPUs and an Intel 12th Gen Core i9 CPU. We've played with the Razer Blade 15 Advanced with a 10th Gen Intel chip and RTX 3080 95W GPU inside it. And we fell in love all over again. We've also since then tried out the larger Razer Blade 17 with an RTX 3080 Ti opens in new tab, humming away inside it alongside one of those tasty 12th Gen chips, and still stand bewildered by what will fit inside such a compact and neat chassis. The Blade 15 isn't the lightest gaming laptop you can buy, but £5 is still way better than plenty of traditional gaming laptops while also offering similar performance and specs. That heft helps make it feel solid too. It also means the Blade 15 travels well in your backpack. An excellent choice for the gamer on the go or if you don't have the real estate for a full-blown gaming desktop and monitor.